What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Skullshark360 here, back with another video. If you're new here, I usually don't make videos like this, like talking videos. I usually do, I play the game and just me playing different games. But yeah, I actually wish I didn't have to make this video. I didn't want to make this video. I got a PS5 like a week ago, and first game I got was ARK Ascended. That's one of the main reasons I got PS5, and my PS4 has been around for ages. But got ARK Ascended, got on it, and it really let me down. The title isn't clickbait. It really did let me down. I did expect it to be better than ARK Survival Evolved. ARK Survival Evolved is a great game, but it really, it was far from ARK Survival Evolved, very far. So yeah, man, this is definitely a hard video for me to make, and to someone who's loved ARK for so long, been a part of my life. I really, I didn't want to make this video, but I kind of have to. There's going to be 6 different talking points in this video. None of this is scripted. I just kind of got my notes here, like the different talking points, and I'm just talking out my head. But I'm going to go over my history of ARK, the graphics on Ascended, gameplay on Ascended, my experience first time spawning in on Ascended, survival of the fittest as of it being on Ascended, and how I would fix ARK Survival Ascended. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. The timestamps for those different talking points will be right here. They'll also be in the comments, so you can click them there. And yeah, let's go ahead and get to today's video. So starting off with my history on ARK, I actually got ARK as soon as it came to console back in 2017, and my dad is actually the one who got it. He was watching videos on it. He didn't really play games, but he was watching videos on it. He was like, it looked very cool, how realistic it was, and he actually bought it. He only played it like a day, then I started playing it forever. It is actually my most played game, I'm pretty sure, in history. I got about 4,000 hours. It's like 3,700 and something. But I know to some ARK players that's rookie numbers. Now some people got a ton of hours in this game, and I can understand why. It's a very addictive game. There's one thing I don't like about ARK. It's very addictive. And when I stopped playing sports in 10th grade, because I had a hernia, then all I did was ARK. I just turned to that. But yeah, man, I've been playing ARK for a long time, and yeah, I've always really enjoyed it. And I can still remember to this day the first time spawning on ARK when they only had official servers or single player. Spawned right into official servers, and it was just so cool, man. Like, I remember a dude on the beach, he had a stone base and a Sarco, and he was like alpha to everybody. Like, it's just so cool. Everybody just run around looking at him and kill you with a Sarco. And I played back in the days when, if you were like to mate with 2 dinos, not you mate with 2 dinos, 2 dinos mating, you had to put them on enable wandering too. A lot of y'all probably don't know about that. You could just switch the option out. You had to switch the option and let them wander around. So you had to put them in a cage or something. I was before you could pick up structures. As soon as you place them, that was it. And I think when I first started playing, the only other map was Scorched Earth, maybe Center. I think Center too. But yeah, Scorched Earth, Center, and the strongest thing you get was like a Wyvern. Wyvern was like top flyer. If you had a Wyvern, you were that guy, or a Giga. And yeah, man, it was really good. In my opinion, prime ARK Survival Evolved was when Aberration came out. Before Extinction, I didn't really like the mana, kind of messed up everything, and everybody started just getting tech. But I think Aberration around that time, and Therizino and Trudon, they all got added. To my opinion, that's when prime of ARK Survival Evolved was. And to finish out my history of ARK, I am going to say here on record, in my opinion, ARK Survival Evolved is the best game ever made. I know it's probably a very hot take. A lot of y'all probably agree with me. A lot of y'all won't disagree with me. More probably won't disagree with me. But as someone who's been playing it since the very beginning, and even though, yeah, it's always been a buggy game, it was just such a different game to be able to spawn in as a kid who liked dinosaurs at the time, to be able to just see these dinosaurs come to life and able to tame them, ride them, fight with them. Just something totally different. And, they didn't fix a lot of the bugs, but they produced content. Content kept coming out on ARK Survival Evolved. And they're good with that. I remember at one point they had another dino like every other week. They had new dinos coming out. Yeah, man, it was great. ARK Survival Evolved. The early years of ARK is probably the best game in the time of my life. Now we're going ahead and talk about the graphics on ARK Ascended. The thing about ARK Ascended, I have 0 complaints on. Literally loading it into on a PS5, I know it looks even better on some top computers, but on the PS5 it looked amazing. It looked amazing. It looked like a totally different game. Like a lot of the spots, you still know them because you played ARK Survival Evolved so much, but the way the trees look and the rocks and everything, it just looked totally different. And the fog, the clouds, it was crazy. You can interact with bushes. Like when you go through a bush, it'd move with you. That was really cool. The water looks amazing. There's like some little lines sometimes on the shores, but like the swimming in water, you see like the stream behind you. Yeah, if the game looked as good, or no, if the game played as good as it looked, it'd be great. But you know what they always say, you know, beauty on the outside doesn't mean beauty on the inside. And I think that's the big problem with ARK Survival Ascended. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the gameplay of ARK Survival Ascended, pretty much just the game as a whole. And I'm started off with the number of maps ARK Survival Ascended has is 1. ARK Survival Evolved has 12 maps, I think, maybe more, maybe less. I counted, I wrote down 12 right here, so I think it's 12. But yeah, 1 map. It's one of the few remakes that has way less than the original, like way less. ARK Survival Evolved has double the amount of dinos with all the DLCs and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. 1 map when the original game has 12. Speaking about the maps, both the maps are supposed to come out already got delayed. Center was supposed to come out 2 days ago. They did release Gigantoraptor, but that's a DLC. You can't even find it in the island. It's not even on official servers or Survival Fittest, none of that. It's a DLC. You have to go to the DLC, get on a private server or something. So it's not even really there. It's just another DLC, honestly. But yeah, they postponed the Center. Now it should be in March. And I think Scorched Earth got postponed to April, which it's another setback. Yeah, I mean, I know, I get it. It's probably, I don't make games. I don't know how easy it is to make a whole new map. But you already got the foundation with Evolved. Like, why? Instead of just, it'd be better for them to just not set a date. You know, because you get people's hopes up and then, oh, it's not here. It'd be better than just come out a week before. Like, okay, it's coming out in a week. And actually come out of the week, don't, 2 days for the week and say, alright, you know what, it's going to be next week. You keep doing that. ARK Survival Evolved had that problem too, but it was also new, it was fresh, so like, it'd be okay if there was delays. But here we already know what we're getting. That's what I kind of think the difference is. We already know what Scorched Earth is. It's not nothing new, so the delay's a lot more, like, it's just, we're waiting on playing the full game that we already have. If I could sum it up in some words. Another big thing on ARK Survival Ascended is the lag. I hopped on official servers and it's weird. Like, some days it'll be not fine, some days it'll be okay, and some days a dinosaur won't even be able to hit me, or I'll just, it was like so stupid. Like, the dinosaurs don't even make sense, and the lag will be insane. Like, I'll eat a berry and I won't be able to eat it at all, and I'll just have to keep going, and it's just super laggy. But yeah, lag is a huge problem. I wonder how it is on some bad PCs. If you don't have a great PC, I bet it's horrible. I know a few of my friends, and they're like, yeah, we can't play it on this PC. It just crashes. I've only had a blue screen once or twice on official servers. But overall, yeah, the lag is tremendous. Speaking of that lag, to even get the game to run decently, I had to change my graphic settings on PlayStation, which made the game that looked good now not look as good no more for me to even be able to play it. I had to turn off fog and clouds, which turn off clouds probably would give you a PvP advantage anyways. People don't cover it up. I had to turn off fogs, clouds, had to turn on the material level, which that impacted the way the game looked. Also, it could just run smoother. Now, some things that they implemented that I think are kind of controversial, and I'll give my opinion on both of them. First is the auto-aim on console. I think the auto-aim on PlayStation, I guess it would be the same on Xbox. I know PC don't really have the auto-aim, and ARK Ascended, I don't think so. I think the auto-aim is way too strong, turned all the way up. I mean, it's turned all the way up and you're close on a person, like grinding on a mount. I mean, it's really near impossible to miss. I think auto-aim should be cut in half. I think we still have it, because, PC does have an advantage in aiming. But I think it's way too strong. Way too strong at 100%, what it gives you when you start, and that auto aim is just ridiculous. Another controversial thing is the speed. They took away speed, which I don't really know how I feel about this one yet. I don't know, because I feel like now there's so much more upgrades you can get for your player. Like, there's so much more extra points, and it's like, what do I do with these? And I kind of like having speed. It was a big thing. And you'd be able to outrun some dinos. Now it seems like every dino is slower than you. It's just very easy. And it's like you and a level, it's not much of a difference from a level 70 to a level 20 now, because they're like the same speed. And me, honestly, I would say keep the speed. Maybe make it less impactful, just 1 point. It don't have to be as crazy, just kind of nerf it a little bit. But that kind of made most land dinos obsolete now. because I mean the flyers, you weren't even able to upgrade their speed, and people already use them over land dinos. So now land dinos, you can't do their speed at all. So now flyers are going to get way used over those, and they're just kind of just going to be sitting there or walking there on land. And so yeah, in my opinion, I think they should have kept speed how it was, maybe nerfed it a little bit, and maybe even buffed it on some land dinos, honestly, on the upgrades you put in them. But it's not like a, okay, I won't play this game now because of this. It's not that big of a deal. That's just my opinion, that they should have kept speed be upgradable. Now get on to some good things that I noticed in ARK Survival Ascended. And one is the building. They rechanged all the building. The buildings look new. They added new buildings in the way stuff is put. You turn like ceilings and the hatch frames on it. You know, it's not two separate entities. And yeah, the building is really nice. No problems with the building. It looks nice. Different snap points now. And now like storage boxes, you know how back in the day you'd have to like hit it and line it perfectly and back up slowly so you get that perfect spot for them. Go red to green. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But now they actually snap on perfectly. And me, I like stuff to look perfect, so I'd always, you know, spend an hour just doing my base, getting everything 9-degree angle, how it needs to look and everything. But now the game can do that for you, so that is really nice. Also, a good thing they got is a taming bar. So when I knocked out a trike on official, and I noticed that it had an unconscious going down on the left, his taming going up on the right, and I thought that was really cool. And you can see that from any distance. I really am liking this new wheel. So I guess on one side it shows me it going unconscious, going from right to left, and going from left to right. It's the taming. That is really cool. I like that a lot. Definitely added a lot of stuff that makes this game, you know, more user friendly, I guess you could say. Yeah, that is really cool. It's like that a lot. And you also got, you know, the tracking in your tame now to go with that. So you just go to the menu, hit your tame you want to track, and automatically track that tame through infinite area. And also a good thing they got with tracking now is your death. It'll show your death on the map, and you can turn it off once you get your items. You can, you know, hold square on PlayStation and get rid of it. I was confused about that when I first saw it. I was like, do they just keep coming? But they don't. And yeah, you could get rid of that, but now instead of looking for your green light, you will see exactly where you die. I really like that too. They also have mods now, so that's a big thing. Which, you know, it's a really big thing now because ARK Survival Ascended has nothing. So, you know, the mods kind of, they don't pick up for that, but it's not even ARK who made them. But the mods are really nice to have on PlayStation. A bunch of new dinos you will play as now that ARK doesn't have in the original game. Bunch of cool items, so just a bunch of cool mods they got out now, so that's a big thing for mods to come to console. And there's definitely a lot more smaller things that I'm missing. I don't want this video to be forever, but ARK Survival Ascended did change a lot of things for the good and add in a lot of stuff that I think is very beneficial, but it doesn't outweigh the lack of content and the lag and all the problems it has, in my opinion. I'm gonna go ahead and give my opinion on ARK Survival Ascended. I didn't play no boosted server or anything. The highest players on the boosted server is like 8. So I didn't do that, but I hopped on an official server, and it was one of the fullest official servers. I think it was like 60 people joined up on that. I didn't find nobody. I played for probably 5-6 hours. I didn't see nobody. And I was like, well, I don't know why that is. On Evolved, if you join an almost full official server, you always see people usually hanging out South Zone 1. I went South Zone 1 where everybody's at. Didn't see nobody. It was really weird. I don't know if that's because there's not a lot of new players coming, or the only people playing Ascended are veterans, so they already just got their base up in rat holes and underwater. I don't know though, but I couldn't find nobody. I'm like, wow, this would be very boring to a person coming to the game and like, it's just me, pretty much playing single player, you know. Another thing I noticed is once I tamed my trike was unable to follow me, which I know they said that they redid the dino tracking, the way to be able to follow you better, and I think they did do that, but when it's so laggy, that don't matter. Like my trike was running over rocks that weren't there and trying to move out of trees that weren't there, and it just would not get to me. It took it so long to get to me, I had to go and actually fetch it myself. So even though they say that they redid the dino tracking, they can redo it all they want. If the game's too laggy, then they're not going to be able to track nowhere. It's just too laggy. It won't work. Also had to watch a YouTube video to get my FPS up. Like I said in the gameplay and Ascended, that I had to turn off fog, clouds, and all that. I had to go and look up on YouTube how to do that. So there wasn't like a setting for me to change total graphics or anything. I had to watch a YouTube video. Like, okay, I had to type in 3 separate commands. Type in a lot more to try to change them a little bit, but you had to type in a lot of commands to just get my game to run decently. Now, even at decently, it went from like 30 FPS at the beginning, 25 to 30, to only like 40, 35, 40, changing all those settings. And still, sometimes if you look at water or you're swimming, it'll drop down to 20 easily. Now I'm going to go ahead and talk about the survival of the fittest in ARK Ascended. And the big thing with survival of the fittest is that the servers are completely dead. I tried to join a server, I saw I had one person in it. You can't do it this way. So I joined it, and I was sitting in that server. They left, so I was just sitting in the server 0 people. I was like, okay, people join me, right? Sitting there for 20 minutes. One person joined and left. So I went back and actually saw a server of 9 players. Anyways, I joined that. Finally got a game. It's really hard to get a game more than 20 people. It really is. Like, on the weekend you can. On a weekday it's hard. On a weekday it's hard to get a game more than 10 people. And I really hate that because I really love ARK Survival the Fittest. It's very fun to me. And I wish they would add a little bit more to that, because I think that's a really cool branch off of it. You know how big the Battle Royale game scene is. So if they could, like, not saying add a battle pass, but, you know, just make it where maybe it shows your wins or your KD on Survival the Fittest or something like that. Just something small that it only has it away from ARK. You know, its own tracking system. You know, how many wins you got, KD, most kills in the game, just certain stuff like that. And maybe you can unlock your own tribe flags, like, you know, you could buy some with kills or whatever. Just something. I'm not the most creative person, but, you know, just some stuff to make it more fun, more, instead of just joining, spawning, okay, yeah, redo it, yeah, nothing's tracking, nothing's saving. What am I doing this for? There's only 5 other people in this lobby. Yeah. Now, a good thing about ARK Survival the Fittest is it ran way smoother than official, which is very weird. On ARK Survival the Fittest, I haven't had a lag problem yet. Everything's running smooth. All the dinos doing everything they should. I guess that's because official is just supporting so many more people at once. I don't know, that has a big thing to do with it. And, you know, the Survival of the Fittest lobbies aren't that full, as I just mentioned. But still, man, it's just incredible to how good it ran compared to official. It's like, wow, they still couldn't fix it. They've had this game for, what, 7 years or 8 years? Not Ascended, but Evolved plus this, probably more years than that. And they still couldn't fix that official problem. On Evolved, it never lagged that much on official. It really didn't. And I know Evolved, right before it quit, right before it went down, had way more players than Ascended has right now. Way more. And I think now Ascended's actually like 70 on the Steam charts, and Evolved is 20. Evolved is like double the amount of people it has, and that game's not even, people don't even work on it. That game's basically like, not discontinued, I don't know what word it is. But the mods don't work on it, no more official servers. Instead, it's twice as many people as Ascended. That's a big problem right there. Anyways, after me just complimenting how good Survival of the Fittest ran, first match I did blue screen. So there is that. But I only blue screened twice, and I probably played about, at this point, 6 or 7 Survival of the Fittest games. I only blue screened twice, so, you know, the ratio's alright, I guess. I don't know. And I got a new PS5 too, so I don't know if it's PlayStation or Ascended or I don't know. But yeah, it ran way smoother than official, and that's all that really matters. Now I'm going to say how I personally would fix ARK Survival Ascended. Keep in mind, I've never created a game. I've never been a mod for a game. I've never worked on a game in my life. But this is as a user who's played ARK for a long time, what I would like to see in it. And I'll start off by fixing the lag. The lag is horrible on official. It makes it unplayable. I don't know how it is on boosted servers, but it's just very weird. And the way the dinos move and stuff, it's a weird game. It's like a half-finished Roblox game, the way they move sometimes. It's like, I don't even know, it doesn't make sense. Like, they'll be hitting a tree, and it's just very weird. And where they follow you, they just start shuffling, moonwalking and stuff. It's weird. I don't like it. At least in Evolve, when they lag, they like actually look like a lag. They stop and catch up to you and lag. And they're doing something weird. I don't know. It's like some weird new lag stuff. And with saying fixing that lag, I would add a graphics option to every new player. You know, as soon as you hit options, just say graphic settings, high, medium, low. Something like that. Instead of me having to go in and insert multiple commands just to get my game run decent, just have a big graphics setting for all that. It'd be very helpful to new players who are lagging and stuff like that. They don't gotta go watch a 10-minute YouTube video to figure out how to make their game run a little bit better. I would also turn down the auto aim a little bit. You know how I mentioned I didn't like the auto aim that much. I'd put how it is now at 100. I would cut that in half, so it still help a little bit, but it don't make it to where it's literally auto aim. You know, well, I know it's called auto aim assist, but it'll make it where it's not auto aim, which it is right now at 100. It's not assist. This ain't assisting you. It's locking on like a missile. It's not assisting you when you're close range at 100. There's no assisting to it. You could close your eyes and be hitting stuff when it's at 100 and they're up close. I would cut that in half. Now the big thing, more content. Like I said, I've never played a remaster that has way less than the original, like way less. And in this instant, 1/12 as much if you count in all the maps, not even counting the dinos. And when they say they should release a map, do it. I know that's hard, but they've been doing this for so long now. And like I said, it could work and evolve because each time there's something new, you're like, oh, it's going back a month, but at least it's something new. We've never seen this before. I can't wait. You know, it just kind of built anticipation a little bit. Yeah, it made you a little mad, but here it's like, okay, Scorched Earth, it's a desert. We've been here before. We know it's there. We know it's coming. Why does it keep getting delayed? They already got this on another game. Why does it keep getting delayed? And I don't know how hard it is. Like I said, I never made a game, so, you know, I ain't gonna say too much. But when I would put the date out, or I wouldn't even put a date, like I said, when a week before the map comes out, they're like, okay, we're releasing Scorched Earth in a week. Instead of setting a set date, make it go back a month, make it go back a month, keep postponing stuff. Then your other stuff's postponed back, so the delays won't stop now. That's the problem. If you see the roadmap for ARK, it's got like Scorched Earth, it had it in like February, in April, Center, whatever, for instance, May, Extinction, Aberration, whatever. When you put back Scorched Earth a month, that's going to put back the map behind that a month, and the other one a month. It's going to keep getting delays, and it's going to make you even look worse. Yeah, besides that, man, that's pretty much it for this video. Like I said, I didn't want to make this video. I wish I would have downloaded ARK Ascended, got on, I'd be like, man, this is a great game. Running smooth, looks great, pretty nice. That did not happen. It didn't happen at all, and I hope they can fix it because the player count ain't looking good right now. When your old game has twice as many as your new game, and you know your servers aren't even up on your old game no more, that's not a good sign. Yeah, I really hope that they can get their stuff together, man. I would like to join a Survival of the Fittest match and have 50, 60 people in it. I can have fun and get more than 5 kills, you know. I haven't even got 5 kills yet because you only see 3 people. I mean, it's just like, the game's dead. The game is new and the game is dead. It came out, what, October? They should have had a map already, at least one. Game's already dead, new and dead. But that's gonna be it for today's video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, and comment. Like I said, I don't usually do videos like this, long talking videos. I usually play the game, just, you know. But yeah, man, hope y'all enjoyed the video. See y'all next time. Peace.